Hello. Welcome to the Unix AMA. I really apologize that I couldn't join yesterday. I'm still a little bit sick, but just to move it one day, that was enough to recover a little bit better. And we have some topics like what's coming up about the Launchpad, of course, and some more other information. So let's wait a few more minutes until we have more people in the chat. And nice that so many people are already here. I hope you are doing well, healthy. It's no COVID. Yeah, it's it feels like the baby COVID. It was kind of intense for 3 days, but yeah, all good. So back on track. Maybe around 500 messages to answer the last few days, catching up, but all good. Strong team. Everybody was still working, so that's fine. Yeah, as I said, a few more minutes, getting more people in the chat. Yeah, welcome everyone. Let's start. I think whoever was waiting for the AMA, please drop some questions in the chat. Andy, Sally, and Remy, the team, they will catch up the questions. So we want to answer all the questions. We start with a little update about the Launchpad. There's not yet, we have a clear date for that, but it's basically technically all done. We're working on the design at the moment, and to highlight just because it's there was a question from last time, if the staked tokens, if they will be counted, and just to get on that, yes, basically how the Launchpad works, it will be that you stake your tokens, you get your access to the DAO, you will get your access to yield rewards, and while you're staking, it will be basically unlock also, or give you the allocations, what you can basically purchase. So it's all that will be done through the staking. Unfortunately, the staking will remain on Ethereum, and this is just a heads up, but it's technically from our side what we built yet so far. It's not possible, because if you have two chain, we have Ethereum and Polygon, for example, and we want to give rewards on both ends, then we have to give the same APR, or we cannot estimate the APR, but for example, we need to give the same amount of tokens. So if we now split, let's say, the tokens into two chains and keep the same rewards, let's say 3 million tokens, then we basically split in half for both chains. And this is kind of something we cannot get around that. But the staking, yeah, it's anyway, it's a long-term hold. What we're looking at, right? So that's the challenges with the staking. The Polygon, the Launchpad itself supports all games from all blockchains, basically, except Solana yet. But there's also after the Launchpad is live, we're looking for solutions to get also Solana in. But all the blockchains, basically, even the new one, Ronin, AVAX, all Ethereum layer 2, all the chains basically are possible. We start first of all to get access through Polygon and Ethereum, and then expanding. But for games, doesn't matter which chain it is, we will be able to launch it. And for the what I want to say, for the Launchpad itself, we have actually really good setup, because we have two different functions, main functions, what differentiate our Launchpad. It's one is of course the tier system one, but also we have the balancer. If you want to have a look at Copper Launch, how this works, where also we raised successfully 22.34 million. But that's the two obvious functions. But the good thing is, with our Launchpad, we have around 11 different methods what we could offer the games, basically, or what we offer them to launch, because it's also meet the audience, the criteria of the audience, what each game have or build. So basically be able to support any kind of launches. We can have Dutch auction, first come first serve, balancer. There's so many different variations, and definitely, of course, we look at what's the best for the community on our side. And yeah, so Launchpad also is gonna be one of the key features for 2022, I think, Q1 and 2. So definitely we want to build up a huge hype. We have a major co-launch as well in lining up slowly. We have also not only that we launch game tokens, so also we can what we will do, is not confirmed, NFT drops, NFT collections from larger projects, and also even whitelist spots. So basically our Launchpad can launch any kind of activities, and I think it's very good for the general market that you have a universal platform, let's say, and this meets more in what we also represent, Unix worth, and being very wide open for opportunities. So this is something we really want to focus on. But this the Launchpad is basically just a start, and especially I want to highlight here one more time the legendary tier. This is one of the major key features for a stronger community. Again, the founder chat is not yet open because we are still working on the communication inside the chat, because we have more and more joining partners from other communities. Here a little shout out to Colin Digits with his community. They're very supportive. We also going in a partnership, or having a partnership, not yet official announced, but we're working close together in the future. And so just for the legendary tier, it's definitely one of the key features of the Launchpad itself. And because we're very community driven and orientated, that's why we built a lot utility on the legendary tier. it's not that we basically working on projects together, deciding which we're gonna launch, what is good, going through due diligence, everybody have access to the data what we provide. But yeah, we have also one more feature, and then maybe Andy, he just got off a call with the legal side today, and he can maybe talk a little bit more about our project, because we have the final round, and then representing the game and the IDO, before the token goes live. But we also have the first round, and this is something we really want to highlight. So yeah, Andy, maybe you can give some insight.
Yeah. Guys, again, sorry, apologies for yesterday, but Mirko's been a little bit under the weather. Mirko, we all wish you get better soon. So first round is something that we've been in talks about for a long time. We wanted to try and design a way in which, when Unix are actually getting involved into these projects at seed or private 1 or private 2, or wherever we actually get in at the earliest possible point, would be to actually give some of this allocation, or recommend that some of this allocation goes to first round. And that will be loyal members of the Unix community that will actually be able to get involved when Unix gets involved. So ultimately, there'll be like 2 separate launch pads, one final round for projects that are launching, and then there'll be a first round. And that will be for loyal Unix community members that are holding X amount of tokens, probably legendary and above. And we think that that's a great way of giving back. We've spent loads of hours with legal, and they've finally come back with a solution, the correct way to do things, so that you guys, the loyal members of the community, can really benefit from this.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Just to get on the legal side, I mean, everything what we're trying to do, and maybe who was paying attention, that we are not just open anywhere our company. We really focused to be launching to get our companies registered in Switzerland, because at the end, in the long run, it's going to be unregulated versus regulated. And I'm pretty sure if you go the regulated way, we have less headache in the future. And Swiss is a great place to be. I don't know if who's aware. If you think the big player, Polkadot, Ethereum, Cardano, and all the others, they are basically in Switzerland. So that's one reason why we are there. Legal side, just to be, not to put any, because if we do something, especially with a new invention, and Launchpad is easy. We know how the legal side is there, but with first round, basically sharing access with our community members in kind of such rounds. And the point is that we sign it under a company, so it will not be you as an individual. It will be basically signed on a separate entity, a separate company, and there will be basically, this will be distributed then to the community as what we discuss closer in our legendary group. We expect legendary to be the final tool, because once we going market this final and first round, we will definitely have many more legendary participants, and if we let more and more people in, we need to see how it goes a little bit with trend. I think Colin's community is already a huge support here, and they fill up some of the rounds. I think we have a crossover group there, but we discuss these more in the future. But just on that, so it's really to round this up with say basically with IDOs, ICOs, IGOs, and now with private rounds. Also, what legal side basically signed off is something I mentioned it in the chat once, because we don't have a clear timeline for that, but for individuals is basically not easy to participate in a fund, or nearly impossible. So maybe you see the trend of the current guilds. Usually they acting, or the major ones, they acting like or are a fund basically. And to separate that, we working on a fund We still waiting the paperwork here. It's gonna be FCA regulated in the UK, but more details we will give once we have all the information together and we have a clear roadmap for that. But the highlight, basically, why I want to go back on that is also goes first of all to our holders. This is always what we wanna, who we wanna incentivize first, and also supporters who are joining now. Basically, with NFTs, we found a way, basically, that you, as a any retail, basically can purchase the NFT, and the collected fund, Unix will basically invest in their own fund, and the returns of the fund, they're gonna be rewarded back to the NFT holder. Yeah, so this is some very unique feature, same as first round, and this is something, it's again all in Switzerland, all signed off. That's the important part before we can start anything like that. And just to give you a little insight, so why, for example, we can do first round or NFTs, because anything what is decentralized, where there's no person behind, like we setting, let's say, the rules, it's like, or let's say a wallet connecting with another wallet, or talking with a smart contract. Everything was decentralized like that. It's kind of in a, I wouldn't say gray zone, but there is no person behind it. So that's why it's kind of legal for them, So yeah, just on the legal side. If there are any questions about the Launchpad, then maybe we can get on there. Yeah, Andy, you have a question. Very good.
Yeah,
tell me.
I've got a great question. So the community have been tapping me up just about, there's been some exemplary work from some of the community members, and they're messaging me at the moment saying, look, we're putting in a lot of work for Unix, but we don't have the legendary tier. What I would like to say on that is there will be some sort of loyalty NFT that will get dropped in to Unix community members, the ones that are out there putting in the effort and the work, the ones that have been loyal to us. Mirko, if you'd just like to talk a little bit about that, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it, I think in the last AMA, everybody who followed us on the journey, and it was a little bit a tougher journey, and I can name not all because it's so many, just for example, Edward or Valerio or Scott, or many more, Muhammad. It is endless. I don't get me, shoot me if I'm not naming all, but especially people who join us on a $1 course, and all the early contributors, definitely be looking as a benefit for that. And this legendary, we need to make a measure, or let's say set a line for that, because everybody who's joining now, we need to keep it like you in with the numbers, matching the numbers or not matching the criteria. Again, for everybody who been there, we definitely support you, support us, we support you. That's so just so everybody's
clear, if you're managed to get into Rare or Epic and you've been a loyal member, we can airdrop you an NFT, and then when the software reads that you've got the NFT, you'll be automatically promoted to a tier above. So please, guys, for the loyal members of the community, please don't think if you've not got a legendary tier, but you've been putting in a lot of work, you will be rewarded for that. Mirko,
and if not, Andy will pay you.
If not, I'll ask Mirko for a pay rise and I'll contribute. Guys, as you can well see, the token price is nearly at 26 cents. Big thank you to Colin Digits, who really has shown a big interest, and he can see the future of Unix. And our marketing has started to kick in. So we've seen about a week ago, we was at 18 cents and now we've climbed back up to 26 cents. People are now catching on to final round. And I think that we're going to see that price steadily increase now over the coming weeks and months. Hopefully with first round as well, we get back to well over $1 in the not too distant future. But Mirko, I've got a couple of questions here from the community. One of them I keep getting DMs about is, can we lower the rewards? for the staking, because people are saying that towards the end of the month it becomes a little bit shaky when, you know, we've done our best to reward the community members that are staking, but are we going to do anything about lowering the rewards? Question one.
Yeah, I think Antonov, also other community members, yes, we will definitely do that. Since we had the plan in the beginning to give more tokens as an appreciation in a positive market, and then the market flipped, so we extended a little bit the token distribution. I think our marketing efforts, building efforts, they really just now showing off, and I think next epoch is a very good chance for us to change the contract and reduce the staking rewards. This is not to take anything away. It's more to keep the token inflation in a very good way, and still to stake your tokens is, again, you get allocations unlocked, you get the DAO participation, plus you get yield rewards, you know. And again, the buybacks, if this is another question, we have buybacks planned for the next epoch. If there's anything happen, we allocate funds. It's not only the mentioned in our white paper, the rewards from the X Infinity profits. No, it's in general, we have several income streams. So we definitely, it's just not, we cannot give a number. We give it to our market maker, and and then he's dealing with it. So that's how we're planning to do so. Yeah.
Mirko, another question from the community.
Yes,
and a big shout out to Edward as well, who introduced us to Colin Digits. Edward's becoming a very valuable member of the community, as well as Scott, Valerio and Shahid, I must express. People want to see a new light paper, Mirko. They're saying the old white paper, is a little bit outdated. When can we expect a new light paper? And I know you've got a new website coming along soon as well. Can you please expand on?
So it's basically the same designer. She done, it's one of our team member, of course. She done the website. She's working on the light paper update as well. And the light paper is basically going, you know, whatever we had now, it's basically an old agenda. You know, it's more like pre-token race. You know, now the race is already done. It's almost 3 months. It's also insane, actually, how fast the time goes by. But we will update all the graphics, all the designs, all the elements. It will be one branding. I'm pretty sure you already saw the website. Wait, I think we have a lot of viewers. We have in YouTube, we have 340, and Facebook, we have 270. So let me pull up quick the new website. I think some of you saw it already, some of you not. I just want to show it one more time.
Mirko, I've just had several DMs talking about first round, about a planned month for the first launch for it. So just before, people are getting very excited, Mirko, I think.
Yeah, that was the reason to do that, you know, that people are like, and it's about giving back, you know. It's like it's our first token project, like a larger one, yeah. So, and you know, it's like what my personal learning in the journey was that, you know, basically, and we made a lot of learnings, I tell you, like in just 2 months or 3 months from you know, getting the light paper, start fundraising until here. And, you know, actually everything is happening behind the scenes, you know, connection, intro. And, you know, people like, let's say, you know, if you open your app for Binance, it's like a token is life, you know. It's like you either you trade, or it's like, it's so difficult, like, and really, like, there's so many things you learn while you're running a token project. And and we just think there's more options to basically get more people involved, and this is something we're happy to do. So if it's not make us richer, it's more about sharing. And the number one always is, if you have a community, as more value you offer, as stronger it is, and it's giving and taking, and it's like it goes back and forth. So yeah, we really believe in that. But let me quick share now the website. I hope everybody can see that. This is basically the new layout. This is a little bit represent a solar system, with 1 second, our broadcast center in Thailand, Remy, he said he need to put it up on the screen. So 1 second, please, until he give me the go. Okay, this is live now, I think. So this is now representing the Unix verse, the solar system. It's a little bit what we want to showcase. Each of these, let's say, stars or planets in that solar system is basically one of our projects. Let's say here, fund, Launchpad, app, game, streaming, everything, diverse, like whatever we do, like everything what we have, you will see it more in visual. It will be moving and not static. Then of course our community updates, these numbers, again, this is all outdated. Then we have, this is basically the landing page with our different partnerships. Then the final round, this is actually also the logo, but not the final logo. We're still thinking about the color of the final round. Please, maybe you can give us some feedback in the chat about the logo if you like it. I think green is maybe too intense. It's a little bit misleading, but again, give us some feedback in the chat, and then we can vote about the logo color. Roadmap is here. Our game studio, our app, the team will be highlighted here. Let's go back up. We have a blog, what we definitely use. I don't know if everybody's reading it, but it's good for SEO, and we come up with more interesting content. We have a very good writer here. This is gonna be the game summary, what you already saw in the website before. It's also very good for SEO, and it's gonna be basically should be a collection for all the play to earn games in the future. And link to all the videos and the reviews, streams we do about the game. It's of course not only Axie Infinity, is just now as a placeholder with token charts. What do you need? And basically for all the games, we will give you the insights, our research and development sheets, and so on. And then if you click on the game, basically you get on your game page. Then the DAO will be a little bit better explained here. Then the tokenomics, our use of funds. And then we have also, this is how we envision the Launchpad and the staking. We're currently working on that to realize that. It's basically the platform called Figma. This is very good for designers. It's basically at the end you see some are clickable, and later you only need to connect the buttons with the code, but also all that needs time, need to be tested. So I stop sharing here. So this is about the website. Thank you, Remy, for the broadcast, sharing the screen. I didn't know that it's not working when I share it here on my end. I hope you enjoy the website. Please give us some feedback about the logo of the Launchpad. again, the green, I don't know why it's green there. We had purple also. And we will have also a separate Twitter for the final round. It's coming up soon. Yeah, because we need to a little bit put more game informations on the or the launch informations on the final round, not to spam then our own account, because we have a lot of informations there. We see how it goes, where is more traction, where more people from which account they're going to the final round. Yeah, we will see. But yeah, definitely good to have another one.
Okay.
Also,
sorry, one other question. Did we ask the question about lowering the rewards?
Yeah, I said like with the next epoch, we planning to do so. It's a good chance to do that. Again, lowering the having these high rewards wasn't the plan for, you know, the whole 3 months already, but because of the market conditions, we thought, okay, giving higher rewards that allow people to get basically from a rare to an epic tier and so on. But yeah, at the end, people are selling off. So our strategy, our backup strategy didn't take off, but yeah, for the next epoch, we lower the rewards. Yeah.
Perfect. Next question, Mirko, is someone just asked, can we clear up the get an update on B-Bits and Vigilance, and is B-Bits going to be replacing the Unity which is in the light paper?
Yeah. So Unity was definitely a plan. Unity was planned to be an MMORPG. We had concepts and other stuff already being done by that time, but it's basically too long. You know, this is what we saw for this market, especially building an MMO RPG is, and it needs to be a good one, you know, otherwise you just, so we didn't want to get in the competition. So that's why we're building basically B-Bits. And I think it's a very good option. If you imagine, I don't know if somebody played Mario Party or Fallout, Fall Guy, it's gonna be an entertaining game, you know, and it's a free. I wouldn't not free to play, but low fee. And why we're doing that, we observe the market, and there's too many games out there at the moment. They're saying this and this and that, and we're gonna be the next this and that, you know. So, and we believe if you look at the moment at or how the web or mobile games, because considering that from 3 billion players in the world, 2.5 billion are mobile. Okay, so or they play mobile games. So, and having an easy game access for mobile, can be addictive, like, you know, the first browser game, Farmville on Facebook, was one of the most revenue generating games ever. You know, Candy Crush, all that stuff, all these games, you know. So, and what is my personal opinion about the market is, if we build a game, and with B-Bits we have the opportunity basically to build the first game and then add more games, you know, or add more features to the game. And I think this is something what is at the moment the best way to go, because you have you can, if your end game development is not super heavy, yeah, so you always have, let's say, our market change, this and this is new and trendy, so you just always like, okay, let's build another mini game, or let's just build it in that direction with these rewards, with this kind of tokenomics, you know. So there's a lot of ways you can do if you basically build and go with the market. You know, the market is super new, and I think this is the way why we step back from Unity. Just sorry for the long explanation. And that's why we went to B-Bits. B-Bits definitely, it's yeah, it's come this year. It's gonna be fun, entertaining. We have a great developer team, and the concept is really nice. Vigilance 2099 is it's a larger project. It's also not our own production. We co-product with another game studio, Avoidance Studios. So but we looking also for in-game currency to use Unix and so on. And it's also, the demo should be ready soon. Tomorrow I have an update call with the team, and maybe we get the demo out maybe this month, I'm not sure. We had the first sneak peek into the demo, and in the demo we try to make it because the game still needs more time, like a kind of a marketplace, where you basically in-game you have access to stores and stuff like that. So basically like Decentraland, but just with a much better graphic. It requires, of course, then more than a browser. It's Andy.
So
Andy, you have a question?
Had a DM here from a loyal member of the community, and he said, Andrew, what are the chances of us getting some seed for Vigilance on first round? Mirko, not putting you on the spot, Mirko, but with the raise for Vigilance in the future, would that be a possibility that the community could possibly get into seed round, seeing as though that we are part of the team?
Sure. I mean, we waiting. Basically, we looking still. We have seed round started. But we need to close first 1 or 2 VCs, tier 1. And once we get that, we definitely give allocations to the first round.
So Vigilance, which is probably going to be one of the hottest games when it's released, some of our community members may be in the same round as the very, very early VCs. Absolutely amazing, Mirko. And I've got a question here. Why is the price going up so much?
It's how you call it, a law of the nature. No, attracting. No, just kidding, man.
Law of attraction.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was a law of attraction. Sorry, I'm not familiar with this stuff. So, I mean, we have. I think our marketing is taking off, but also our, I would say, partnership with Colin and his community. They really interested into our legendary tier, and of course we had an interview already with him. I think last week after the AMA last time, and it's a very good connection, and this is what we're looking for. We're not partner with anyone. I think strong community, smart person, good vibes, gamer. So that's important also. So thank you, Colin, also to support us here. I think marketing is taking off slower and slower. I think slowly, it's not slower and slower, slowly. I think it's just what we couldn't really showcase in the beginning, because we are very innovative in a very new market, in a very innovative market. What we are really, I think we get it with a new website, with more AMAs, with more videos, and more marketing around our product. I think we will get that more into the right light. And we also had a call with Paul and his YouTube channel, and this was also, I think, will be a very good partnership, channel partnership. What we're aiming for, it's like nothing, we just not want a shout out, it's not what we're looking for. And it's for us important to get legit people in the space and making a solid partnership. We also talk to, he's more a trader, but he have a very strong community, Cameron Foos, and looking at a partnership there. Sorry. Yeah, but things takes time, and I think the market turns a little bit greener. That's very good, and even it's a negative market. At the end, we can focus on building, and there's I think we're in a very good position. We making everyday progress. We have the team working hard. We have you as an awesome community. Community is growing. Partnerships are growing. So yeah, that's I think it's reflecting in the token.
Mirko, any games that you're really interested in? I know you come from an avid esports background, and I know we've got some esports members of staff there. But is there any games that are coming through that you're looking at that can rival traditional games? Is play to earn gaming getting that something it needs from the traditional gaming world to come across?
I think it's to have the titles what is out there, let's say in the traditional gaming, to beat heavy and play to earn. I think it need to just convince first the people in the play to earn space, and once there's the mass adoption start, and I think there's definitely games like Axie Infinity, they will see a golden era. But also, once the big players come, the small players maybe, I'm not saying disappear, but yeah, it's a matter of time, and it's a very interesting market. So, and building community, building a strong player pool, that's I think key for all the games. So, and gaming should be fun, that it's long lasting. So that's one important factor.
You see one of the biggest gaming development studios in the world, Ubisoft, may be coming across, and they've done a partnership with the Sandbox. What games that you've played in the past would you like to see bridge the gap and come over to sort of the play to earn space? If you could name your top 3 games that you've ever played, if they could sort of bridge the gap, come over, what games would you like to work with to create sort of and bring them on chain?
No, I think if you want to a game like, I'm very addicted to World of Warcraft, not anymore, but if I start, I fall back into my addiction. I cannot do that anymore. But yeah, if you have a good, let's say, marketplace, and if you have a game where you have a lot of things to do, daily quests and farming and grinding, and then I think this with an auction house, what is even there in World of Warcraft, or a very functional ecosystem, what actually exists, if you think like that. Yeah, definitely a very good MMORPG is definitely, I think that would be my dream, and not to build, because I think you need to have really Blizzard Entertainment or any other major players to build that, but definitely you can you can catch up a little bit, and I think it's a time to be innovative, Yeah. And I think we have some more questions here. Wait, there's from the community. It's your personal questions here, Andy. I have also community questions here. Sorry. Antonov said,
Filecoin on Unix Launchpad, can we discuss it on AMA, please? All I can tell you guys is we have had some confirmed launches for the Launchpad, and we've also had several verbal confirmations that, you'll be really happy to hear. We can't really mention it yet. About Karma versus Cradles. The surprise one, I don't know if Mirko's mentioned anything about block lords or where we are with that, but I know there's been 4 or 5 other verbal confirmations. So hopefully when the contracts are signed, we'll be able to give you some more news on what else we'll be launching. I've just got here Fight Coin on the Unix Launchpad. We can't mention anything about that now so far. I don't know any news on that.
There's a question if we have our own game, will there be a default scholarship? So basically what we do, we're working on a solution that we can basically as Unix, but of course thinking on ourselves, but also offering it to public, that we basically give anybody access to any NFTs for any game. So this is something we're working on. We have it's kind of a wallet just for everybody. So what we also want to make the barrier or the entry for, let's say, for retail more easy, basically to own NFTs, because there's, let's say on OpenSea, 10 out of 10 collections, I would almost say, they have a play to earn game in the roadmap, you know. So but who's playing all that, you know, who's playing all these AMAs, these games and stuff like that? So, and if you give basically the tool for any NFT, you can utilize with for example, I have Neo Tokyo Citizen or we as a company and 2 identities. So maybe we cannot play ourselves, but I can rent them or I can lend them, but with not even renting to anybody, and they can play with my NFT basically, you know. So I think that's just to close that one question. Then another question is when we guys will play Sin City. Sin City, I mean, it's up to the game. I know they launch a little bit later. They just released their staking. So definitely they're gonna be live soon, and we hope that we have just on that note, we are the only guild, token guild, who have their own channel there, because we I think none of the other guilds, they made effort to get their own channel or to work really hard with other games together. Also we have an alpha access with eHorizon.fun if somebody want to check it out. I mentioned it last time. If somebody's interested, Sally will drop an Excel sheet in the community, so you can sign up for the gameplay. We will mention the requirements, what we need for that, and if someone want to play with us, it's just 1 day or 2 days. It's the game period is 2 to 4 weeks, so we have a lot of time, but definitely maybe we can arrange a community session there. Antonov said, do we have go through the whitelist process when we have a legendary tier? Whitelist, you definitely need to stack your tokens, and you get your allocation. There is no whitelist. If we talk about first round or other stuff, this is not automated. If you want to participate in first round or in the NFTs, this is going to be discussed in the legendary group together with the early supporters and the legendary holders and with the founders. So yeah, that on that side. Then there's an SLP question. SLP is going better. There was an update on the burning mechanism, and definitely we will change or we will keep our scholar payouts. We definitely gonna raise a bit in behalf of the scholars, because it's a little bit less on SLP, but to also meet the, let's say, the standards in the market at the moment, we will just adjust. So nothing major changes there, just that and we keep everybody trying to give the best. At the end, we are a company, we need to be profitable, and but we have our scholar tier system. Just for the ones who don't know that, we have basically the entry is XE. The second is if you're showing good results, if you're participating in the community, then you can get another account, let's say Starsharks or PegXE, on the top of your Axie Infinity account. So yeah, it's all basically it's about contribute to the community, so if you support us, we support you, and never been something free in life, right? So if you want to get something, you need to work for it, or you need to make the necessary effort. So that goes, I strongly believe in that. So if you want, or if a scholar want to earn more, it's up to him, his time and engagement. We pretty good that we have an awesome recruiting team, an awesome scholar and Unix community. Just on that, I want to highlight all the over 100 full-time employed Unix employees who really make the community running, but also our 5,000 scholars who is Sali just updated me, 161 full-time employees in the Unix community to make it run. I think that's pretty impressive. But large operation need a lot of management. Managing more than 6,000-7,000 people, soon 10,000-15,000 people, needs this kind of organization. So thank you for everyone. And sorry for coughing. It's still like I'm still not very 100% back, but yeah. Then the plan for the Unix token is one question here. We have several utilities. We have first of all the staking, the DAO, the Launchpad, the game. We will have in the website staking options to unlock certain features, plus also in the web app later, basically the Unix token unlock features of the app. So and also for our NFT wallet project, the Unix token will be a utility tool. No, there's no limitation to go on the questions from Perplexed. Basically, what we offer is same as Copper Launch have it. So they have vetted and unvetted. So we have the raises, what we do with Unix, whereas Unix completely involved, but you have also unvetted because we're going to be frictionless. So you can basically set up your own race on our Launchpad. You don't need to interact with us, but of course it's highly recommended to do that. But yeah, anybody can basically do a race on our Launchpad to use our brand, and of course we then support with marketing and with community. But the vetted option is definitely always the one we recommend. So any project can come, list either the token, the NFTs, whitelist, whatever you want to launch. We dare to do that. So it's gonna be very, very exciting. Why we did that? Because we believe that Copper Launch was a very good success. Balancer and decentralized launchpads are the future, and to have kind of working already, tech in advance, maybe what's not yet 100% useful now, but in the future we already settled with that, so we don't need to upgrade anymore. Yeah, so that's the part of the Launchpad. Kenneth Barron, I think all the utility will add to the token, will definitely give a lot of sustainability to the token. We working on a, let's say, Unix verse token economics, really give them the final touch. that we have, once everything is out, also balancing or rebalancing. But definitely the tokenomics is always, you know, one of our focus when it's about the token, that of course we want to have you know, happy holders, and we not want to have any you know, there's nothing in our roadmap beside now the amount of the staking, but what we're gonna reduce, what is really can harm the token, beside us not working hard on the project. And again, it's my dream, it's most of the team's dream to do Unix gaming, bring our hard work and passion into the game. Not game, I mean like crypto game, DeFi game, I mean in general for Unix gaming, the Unix world. So we're happy to do that. And then do we have other question here? Will the token be on Binance? Yeah, we will see. Still working on several other exchanges.
Mirko, someone's requesting, can you just explain what's coming up in the Launchpad? Not just, sorry, in the roadmap, not just the Launchpad.
Okay, 1 second. I just opened that I'm not missing anything. I know it by heart, but I just scratch on the major points. Yeah, I'm not going into the detail of each and every step. So first of all, the Launchpad highlights, just to recap: first Guild Launchpad, multi-chain, Ronin will be a Launchpad, legendary tier, first round. This is unique features. We have the two functions, regular staking, balancer, plus several options we can do. We can basically launch everything we want there. Then the game studio, it's already live. I mean, it's nothing really it's only, let's say, created. We have the company set up and everything, and the people really now like working and start kicking off into the sandbox development, Axiom development, Decentraland development, and our game Bibits plus Vigilance. That's the second. Then yeah, the esport. Esport is one major topic. What we're looking at, we want to incubate several esport teams, building our own league, basically, where all these esport teams basically participate in. This is one thing. Then we have the fund. We have the so the fund with the NFTs plus also NFTs. The NFTs will be released for Bibits, for Vigilance. So there are gonna be several NFT drops while we're going closer and closer to the game. Then we have the wallet. We have the web app. So it's basically a mobile app, but Web3. So you basically can connect your wallet. It's a communication tool. You can, but it's more for the metaverse to onboard more and more people. And it's basically that people can check their interest, you know, is it crypto, NFT, building, metaverse, sandbox, all that stuff. And the unique feature in there is basically to reduce the amount of messengers. So we're looking at to basically that you allow to join the Discord, Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever. And then instead of like, you know, running through all these different chat programs, maybe in the long run, people like to use only one app where you also can swipe through games, NFTs, community members, use it as a clubhouse, and setting up groups. So yeah, that's one for the app. Then the DAO, of course, is coming. The Bibits game, Vigilance game, the Learn and Earn is also a big part of our roadmap. We're working there, just for the people who don't know, with guide education. And we have an interview at the moment with Nas Daily, also a big player on YouTube, about more education stuff, nothing with crypto or play to earn. So the Learn and Earn will be education, regular education, math, science, English, whatever you can think about, with real certificates. But also we're going to use it as a tool to educate people in crypto, scam, security, because I would say 70-75% of the people mostly who join games in the play to earn space are first time in crypto. So also that is a big part, and we also look in there kind of a partnership with Sandbox to work something out. That's one thing what is coming. The DAO I mentioned, and of course partnerships, ongoing. This is a big thing for us. YouTube, still I hadn't time really to get on that and produce content. We will definitely start this month with Remy, who make the broadcast happen, to produce more and more content about games. And then just to highlight one more time the streaming. This is also a big part of Unix. We have currently, at the last number, but it's like 5-6 days old, 23.5 million following among our streamers. So also supporting the games on the Launchpad and supporting Unix gaming. So yeah, this is the things from our roadmap that will be all more better showcased in the light paper, in the new light paper, with all the unique features in each and every section. Plus, of course, it will be showcased in the website. So I hope that answered the question very well. And if there's not any other question, then I think we had a great AMA again. So Andy, you have any other questions? Sally, there's any other question?
No, there was just one about, so the utility for the token. First round will provide utility for the Unix token. Final round will provide utility for the Unix token. B-bits will be the in-game token used, so loads of utility there. The fund will have a mechanism in which you will either have to purchase the Unix token to be able to enter it, or there'll be a profit system in which the Unix token will be purchased. The wallet, Mirko, will you have to hold the Unix tokens to be able to access and use the wallet? Is that going to remain part of the functionality of the wallet? Or is that yet?
Sorry, again.
So the utility for the wallet, will there be any utility for the Unix token with the wallet?
Yeah, definitely. I mentioned it already. So it's basically everybody who want to utilize our wallet or platform, to land, rent NFTs, because we will be charged by user, or we will need to, or each user have costs. So definitely we need to also get some in return. And by holding the Unix token, you will be basically allow, based on how many user, how many wallets you need to create for your NFTs, how many players you have, you will be able to unlock all these features with Unix token. And the interesting part is, just because, when we talk about wallets, yes, wallets on your end. And what we do, that's the key feature, it's basically we just create APIs. If you imagine you basically have Binance and you want to have, let's say you want to connect a bot, or someone that's managing your funds, you create an API. And the same thing we do with a wallet, with the NFTs. So you don't need to give any access to any wallet, whatever. You are still the 100% in control of your wallet. You never need to touch any private key, seed phrase, or whatever. And through the API on our platform, the scholar or the user can utilize the NFTs in other games, or in the game he want to play. So yeah, I think it's an awesome feature. And yeah, we're still building on that.
So, and there's also going to need the Unix token to utilize the web app that we're creating. So there's going to be loads of utility for the Unix token in the upcoming months, and hopefully within the next, by Q3, when BBits is released. You know, there's going to be so much utility for the Unix token. It's onwards and upwards. Mirko, thank you so much for today. Are we going to be doing another scheduled AMA next Sunday as normal?
Yeah, we do that weekly, as we said. I just finished the one day later. I had to do it one day later because of, you know, sickness, but I think everybody have understanding for that.
Mirko, would you like to do it every Sunday? If the community would like to have you on with, I don't know, maybe the marketing team or the partnerships team, or Demir. I know everybody loved that AMA where you was on with Demir from the game development studio, or Sally from the community. If anyone would like to,
I think it's interesting for new joiners, but for the ones who already been many times, like let's say loyal people who really attend every AMA, for example, just again, not to mention always the same name, like Edward, Valerio, and so on, Scott. So we can bring up the
people, Mirko.
Yeah, and to get them, maybe to get the everybody from the team involved, and we can mix a little bit, and I think we can just make a vote in our suggestion channel who's supposed to be next AMA. Should we? Yeah, we can talk about it. This is what we do. You know, listening to the community, and what you want to know or who you want to talk to. Let us know, and we get them on the channel, on the call, on the AMA, and then we make a nice evening out of that. And again, if you couldn't see it, it's on YouTube, and I think the production is good with Remy. You have a new stream deck. It's working pretty well. Thanks for that, Remy. Having an awesome broadcast center. And we want, since 2 weeks, we want to record videos, but we had, you know, always something, meeting here, meeting there, and we definitely start this week. Okay, Remy? Yeah, when my voice is better. You cannot see Remy. I can see him. He's our broadcaster. Big shout out to Remy. He make all the AMAs happen. So thank you so much. Then from my side, thank you for everyone who listened. It was an awesome Sunday. Sorry for being sick yesterday. We being back, not 100% yet, but getting there. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any question, please always suggestion group, mods, put it there. We will catch it up, and we will try to give you the right answers you need. And any suggestions, happy to listen, happy to go with feedback from your side as well. So thank you everyone. And thank you, Remy. See, he's the voice you cannot hear. Happy Valentine's, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day to the community. Happy Valentine's Day to the Philippines and to the Indonesia, where most of our people are. I hope you have a fantastic day with your loved one, not the loved ones, you know. So have a very good evening. Enjoy the day, and everybody, I assume everybody who is here in the call have no date today, or maybe it's still too early. No, Andy, no date. Remy, no date. Okay.
If there's any single community members, I am single because I work far too hard for this community.
You work for Unix, that's why you should.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Talk next Sunday. Happy and healthy. So, good night. Bye-bye.